Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Words of Wisdom podcast. Tonight, I am your host, Josiah, and I'm joined here by
Ah,
That's him.
that's me. I
Yep.
am he.
And we're going to have a special guest joining us a bit later on. It'll be through my phone, so it won't be as high quality, but yeah, you'll get to see one of our lovely guests for tonight.
Indeed.
Indeed. So recently, we've been playing a lot of games that we voice act.
Yes.
What else did we do? We did
So
we're
we
doing
got
Fire Emblem now.
Yeah, we're doing Fire Emblem now. Stream wise, we've been playing like Amori and Dark Deity.
Yep, and we just wrapped up Doki Doki.
Yeah, wrapped up Doki Doki.
And we've been looking at a few more, so yeah, and if you have any recommendations, not for the Words of Wisdom podcast, but for the ItsDessiah channel, let us know and we'll look into it. We take requests.
Yeah.
So yeah, just give us a
Your request may be wrong, but we will take them.
So yeah, that'll yeah.
It's a good time. It's a
Good time. Sometimes it's hard though because there's a lot of characters that not a lot of characters, but a lot of games that have a lot of characters.
Yeah,
And
it's.
I feel like we always run out of voices.
Yeah, like sometimes it's just hard to find like a good voice for a character because like I feel like I have an okay amount of voices that I can do, but I can never find like a character to use them on.
Yeah. The thing really for me is female voices.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's hard.
This might shock a lot of people, but I'm not a girl.
Oh.
And I only have like one or two female voices. So when I end up having to voice like 10 female characters, it gets hard. You gotta get creative with it.
You gotta. Sometimes you just have to kind of give up and just do quote unquote girl voice done by man.
Yeah, guy trying to sound feminine.
Mm-hmm.
We just say Adam's apple stop working for a second, and it still doesn't stop, and we just sound stupid. Speaking of silly female voices, Harmon Boy is not here with us tonight, sadly. He ditched us. He's at a party right now. Harmon Boy, if you're listening to this. Anyways, I think it's about time. I'm gonna go ahead and call up our special guest tonight, and we'll have him introduce himself. Let's see if he answers. I don't know if that's gonna pick up. Maybe it'll pick up when he starts talking. Hello?
Hello, it's me.
Hey, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, you're on the podcast. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, this is Phillip Crawley.
This is my grandfather, everyone. Say hi. Be polite. Give him a thumbs up. He won't
thumbs
see
up,
it, but he'll feel it in spirit.
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it. 1,000. Thank you so much.
So how's it going, grandfather?
It's going pretty good. I was just looking at some Sonic coupons that I had.
Nice.
You know,
Sonic is good.
I rarely go to Sonic, but I was looking at some coupons.
Well, everyone in this call right now agrees that Sonic is pretty good. So
no, yeah, it's weird how it's just a good choice.
Any time of the day or not.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when they're open 24 hours a day.
They got good drinks too.
Yeah, my friend says that they get good drinks. I didn't think about this. You won't be able to hear him.
Okay.
So what would you say your favorite restaurant is while we're talking about restaurants?
Oh, man. Probably I can't remember the name of it. It's the restaurant where you can get fish, and the closest one is in Murfreesboro, off Medical Center Parkway.
Uh,
I can't remember the name of it. But
I can't either. I haven't been in Murfreesboro in like 7 years.
Well, you need to drive through there now that you're a driver.
I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Eli? What would you say your favorite restaurant is?
I don't know, because so the thing is, it's hard to like say what my favorite like restaurant of all is. I'd say favorite fast food, definitely In-N-Out. In-N-Out is great.
In-N-Out, interesting. Have you ever had an In-N-Out, Pops?
That's me.
That's him.
Yeah, I have once or twice.
Okay. I had it one time when we went to go visit my aunt and uncle in Texas. It's good, but it's not. It's way too overhyped. Sorry,
but as someone who was born in California, you are now legally dead.
My friend says I am illegally dead. I'm not saying their food is bad. I'm just saying they're on like that like Wendy's tier, you know? Like they're good and they're cheap and that's what makes them better. But I mean, people are talking about how you're going to like lose your ability to walk after you have one of these burgers because it's so good it melts your brain. They're not like that good.
Okay, yeah. That is a bit harsh. That's
think
not
you're the one that posted something about it takes 5 guys to make a hamburger.
Yeah. I did make that post. You're telling me it took 5 guys to make this burger. I actually wonder what was the inspiration behind the name 5 Guys?
Probably, I think there literally were just 5 guys that are like founded 5 like the chain.
The 05.
Yeah. But yeah, 5 Guys is good too.
Well, that's great. All right, on to question number 2. Gramps, what is your favorite conspiracy theory?
Probably that if you buy a copy of Catcher in the Rye, that the government is notified that you bought a copy of that. It's from a movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a very specific movie.
Yeah. Well, why is that a conspiracy theory?
Oh, it's all ties into a government conspiracy, and that's I do think there's conspiracy theories with the government.
I see.
Yep.
There's a lot of those.
Well, actually, there's conspiracy theories about just about everything if you're open to it.
Oh yeah. What about you, E? What would you say your favorite conspiracy theory is?
Yeah, I think I've said this one before, just not on your podcast. A conspiracy theory that is held only by me is that Putin is actually like a really nice dude, and like you want to like he's actually really fun to hang out with.
Yes, I remember that now. Grabs, you can't hear him. He said his conspiracy theory is that Putin is actually a good guy and he's cool to hang out with. That's a good one. I remember you talking about that now on another podcast. Shout out to the Unusable podcast. Okay, neat. Third question, Grabs. If you had $100,000 right now, what would you do with it?
Give a percentage to the church, and then pay off some bills, and put the rest in the bank for retirement.
Well, that's way smarter than me.
What would you do?
I have no idea. Probably not that, though.
Well, I might go to Krispy Kreme first.
Yeah. Give it a temptation, Grabs.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What about you, E? What would you do if you had 100,000 right now?
100,000. Well, The first thing, I kind of feel bad not saying giving like a percentage to the church, but as an avid what is it, or advertiser of chaos, what I would do is I would want to set up a challenge to see who wins the 100,000.
Oh, okay.
I want to put that 100,000 on display, and when the games are over, I want to use like a leaf blower just to blow all the money around. And I want to watch the people scramble for that money.
No, what you need to do, like those Chuck E. Cheese, like ticket tornado things? You need to make one of those.
Like that thing, but like, since it's going to be like a bunch of people, it's not going to...
That's amazing.
I mean, if they're all in an enclosed space, that makes it even better.
That's amazing. So, Gramps, he said he wanted to make a game out of it and put the $100,000 on display and then blow it everywhere using like fans or something. That's hilarious. All right. E, do you have any questions for my grandfather? Or for us in general?
Are you proud of Jackson?
Gramps, he's asking if you're proud of me.
Oh, yes. We don't have enough time for me to tell you how much I am.
Shh, wrong answer.
Wait.
Wrong answer.
That is Jackson, right?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you have to translate that to her, or does she hear that when I say it?
He can hear you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Grams, you're putting a little too much faith in me. Okay, you got any more?
I don't know.
Me?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He doesn't know. What about you? What about you, Pops? Do you have any questions for us?
I'd like to know what you think about the sighting of an alien in Nevada.
I did hear about that. I didn't actually read up on that.
I had no clue that was a thing.
I'm kind of in disbelief, and I kind of still am in disbelief, and I don't want to believe it, so I won't believe it. Until someone throws, like, an alien ray gun in front of me on the floor, I'm not going to believe them.
It has to be an alien ray gun. Nothing else will suffice.
If it's not a ray gun, if it's an actual alien, I don't care. It has to be a ray gun.
Well, I don't know what it did, but we go through cycles of this. Everybody was into this in the 70s. Back in the 70s, everybody got all excited about the aliens, and then it kind of disappeared for a while, and now it's coming back again.
I know. The thing that leads me to... Oh, sorry, you go first.
I was just going to say, it's because people are bored of humans. They want something else.
Because we're bored of humans. Yeah, that... I will say, it's kind of odd, though. And the reason I don't believe it is... mostly because aliens are... we have them here on Earth in the form of media, right? Like, people make, like, alien movies or all these stories of seeing something from outer space. And that was first, right? And, like, think of zombies for a second. We don't think zombies are real because, well, we haven't seen one. And there's no proof of them. And stuff like that. We got things that are close, but we have nothing, like, that is a zombie that people think of when I say zombie. Same thing for aliens. We only started becoming fascinated with them after stories. It was nothing... Like, aliens weren't first, the stories were.
The other thing is, like, with the way, like, technology has gone, people can make a very convincing model of what people would think of as an alien.
Yeah, that's true as well.
It's really, really hard to, like, accept the fact, or, like, look at something that looks like an alien and say like, "Yep, that's a real alien," because like, how do we know that?
Yeah. So to answer your question, I think it's just another case of people wanting something new. Like what Eli said. He said people are bored of humans and we want something else. I don't really know if I can fully accept alien life yet.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. You got anything else? Any other questions?
I think that was my last question.
Alrighty. Alright, what to talk about? These aren't planned, by the way. We don't script anything here.
If any of our podcasts were scripted, you would not be able to tell.
Oh, yeah. It would be just as bad.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the aliens showing up over Nevada? Pops.
Me?
Yes, sir.
I am skeptical. However, I'm also open-minded. We don't. There's so much stuff we don't know, and there's so many folks that think they know it all, and unfortunately, there's so much we don't know. So, I think there's every possibility of it. I think there's some unexplained phenomenon like that, but keyword to me is unexplained, and I'm not seeking the truth on it right now. If somebody talking to my backyard, yeah.
Right.
I mean, the thing is, like, if the aliens are real, my question is, why Nevada?
Yeah, my friend just asked why Nevada, so I guess it's...
That's my main skepticism. If they were real aliens, they would have gone to somewhere important, but no, they went to Nevada.
Would have gone somewhere important. I feel like, though, if we were to discover alien life of any kind, I get the feeling it wouldn't be, like, humanoid.
Well, no, that's the thing. People immediately want things that are unknown to be humanoid, when in actuality, it is, like, there's only, like, a few living things in the world that are, human-shaped.
Yeah, like bipedal and anything. But like if someone said, "Oh, we found this patch of moss that was growing under a rock in this planet or this galaxy," like I'd be like, "Cool, that's technically alien life, kinda. It is a living being from another planet."
Yep.
But people wouldn't accept that. They'd just be like, "Oh, it's just moss. That doesn't count." Right?
That doesn't count.
Or if we found like a planet that could like support like greenery, or like have like a little snail creature or something. People probably wouldn't consider that, alien, which is odd because it would be. Or maybe even if they did, they wouldn't be satisfied.
If aliens were real, they would be snails, because snails are the perfect creature.
They are. Apart from, frog.
Frog, yes. Frogs and snails. Frogs, crabs, and snails.
the small little scrimbo creatures.
Yep.
That's a question. Hey, Pops, what's your favorite animal?
Oh, I don't know if I've got one because it's a toss-up. Dog or a cat, probably my favorite.
All right.
Yeah.
Dogs are great creatures. I could agree with you there. I'm not a big cat guy, honestly.
I understand.
Little losers jumping around all over the house, knocking things over, slapping you when you try and give them attention. They're like toddlers, but smaller, harder to catch, slippery, acrobatic, and made of liquid. I don't like them.
Liquid.
They are, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
What about you, E? What would you say your favorite animal is?
Oh, man. There's so many good animals.
I know.
I really like foxes.
Fox? Alright, that's a good one.
Foxes are cute. They're little gremlin creatures.
Little liars. If I saw a fox sitting on top of a rock and it spoke English, I would stop trusting everything.
Everything except for that fox.
Donkey appeared on the path in front of it. I mean, if your donkey stopped and on a path in front of you, go on a path.
I feel like the world would be scarier if animals could talk. Imagine you go outside and you just hear, "Hey! Hey! Hey!" It's just all the birds yelling at each other.
Yeah. I mean, like, it would just be a lot of them courting, so, like, that wouldn't be very fun to listen to in the morning.
You step outside and you hear a bird like, "Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why." It's just singing like an old radio song.
But yeah, like, most of animal communication is basically just warnings and, like, mating calls. So it's not like they would have really anything interesting to say.
I mean, true. Although, I will say, the mental image of any animal saying help is terrifying.
Yeah, that would definitely scar you for life.
Oh, yeah. What would you say is your least favorite animal?
Wasps.
Wasps? Yeah, that's fair.
Wasps are terrible. They are tiny little angry boys that you cannot predict. They will shoot little like liquid on you that makes all the other wasps immediately angry at you.
They are mean.
And they're mean.
They're
very mean.
That was the first animal that hurt me, too. What about you, Pops? What would you say is your least favorite animal?
Armadillo.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I know they have their place in the food chain, but I don't care for them. They're just in the highway too much, and they're just.
That's fair, actually.
So they're
That's
just
actually super
inconvenient bowling balls, I guess.
Yeah,
exactly.
So
they think their armor plating is going to get them by, and yet, unfortunately, you see them smashed on the road.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but that doesn't. I mean,
sorry.
That's my least favorite.
That's fair.
But yeah, like, because if you think about it, like, what's a normal, like, roadkill animal, like, where you're from?
My friend is asking what's a normal roadkill animal where you're from. You see a lot of, like, raccoon where you are, right?
Yeah, it's mainly, like, raccoons, possums, stuff like that. If you're out in, like, New Mexico and, like, Texas and that kind of area,
Sure.
and you run over an armadillo, your car is not going to have fun. Because those things are hard.
Yeah. I can imagine it wouldn't be much fun. Alright, well, armadillo, that's an interesting one. I mean, also, I guess they carry leprosy too, don't they?
Yep.
That'd be bad.
What?
Reportedly, yes.
Yeah. No, armadillos carry leprosy.
Mm-hmm.
My friend is baffled. My friend, pet armadillo. Arm will fall off. You know, yeah. Be careful around them. They carry all sorts of things.
I did not realize that armadillos were carrying zombie disease.
Yeah. My least favorite animal. I don't know. I don't really like cats, but there are some cats that are not jerks.
It is possible for cats to be acceptable, just usually not.
That's just a rare case.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't say they're my least favorite. I really don't like seagulls, but at the same time I do.
That's fair.
Seagulls are the perfect limbo of creature for me, because if I have to deal with them, I would rather, like, hide in a cave for the rest of my life. But, conceptually, An angry, screaming bird that steals things from others and is known for being annoying is the perfect soul animal for me.
Just especially that it steals food from people.
I know,
specifically.
It's great. Yep. I'm known for my gluttony, as many people will know. Just kidding. But no, they're just little chaos beings of the sky, and that's why I love them so much. Mm-hmm. But also, they're annoying. All right, yeah. Cool. So that's favorite animal, least favorite animal, conspiracy theory. Yeah. All right. Well, Pops, thank you for joining. I think I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Do you have any words of wisdom for the people at home?
Walk softly.
Walk softly. You heard him here, folks. All right. Well, thanks for...
Don't carry a big stick.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it.
See you.
All right. Take care. Bye.
You too.
Shout out to him. Go follow him on Facebook or whatever if you want. It's Phillip Crawley. You'll find it. Maybe. Probably not. If you can't, your problem. He's a great guy. Yeah, with that now, let's talk about grandparents, because I feel like that's something we haven't talked about on the podcast yet.
That's
Eli,
fair.
What would you say is your favorite moment with your grandparents?
Well, I'm not really good at remembering like specific events.
Okay.
I guess just mainly I do remember as a kid when sometimes very rarely we would go back to California to visit my grandparents when they were still back in California before they moved here. And like they had a really nice house. They had like a pool and a bunch of rooms and all this stuff. And I don't know, it's very vague memories, but I do remember it and it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So my pops, who we just talked to, he's actually married in. Yeah, him and I, we're not related by blood, but he's a great guy. So here's the story of how I want to tell the story because it's actually kind of funny. So he, at one point, back when I was like 11, right? He was my Sunday school teacher at the place I went to church at.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he's a great guy. He's easy to get along with. You know, he would talk to us often. He didn't feel like a teacher. I mean, he taught, but he felt more like a friend, you know, which is great.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And this was after my blood-related grandfather had passed away at this point. And my grandma was grandma on my mom's side was looking for a new husband. And she came visiting our church and met Phillip. And, you know, things happen. And, yeah, they decided they're going to get married. So they did. You know, it was a basic marriage. It was a tent in the backyard. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it never felt awkward, which I guess is a good thing because when I heard that they were going to get married, I was kind of worried it was just going to feel weird, you know, to have my Sunday school teacher be my grandfather.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, but it turned out great. So yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I got to meet his family too. I hadn't met a good chunk of his family beforehand. He's got a nephew named Solo. I love that guy. Solo, if you're listening to this, hey bud.
His name is Solo?
Yeah, his name is Solo, like Han Solo.
That's a cool name.
It is a cool name. And he's really smart. He's into history. I think it's World War I history.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he's a history junkie. He's really smart. He makes me look stupid next to him.
Not hard. I mean, what?
It's not hard at all. You're right. So yeah, that's the story of how he was my grandfather. Yeah. Well, so how did your grandparents become your grandparents?
Turns out, family line, that's how.
I see.
I mean, I don't know how to answer that question. What do you mean?
No, that's fair. That's fair. That was a curveball question. You answered it perfectly by barely answering.
Mm-hmm.
Grandparents they're good people.
Yeah, they are.
Or they can be.
Yeah. I don't like that I have favorites, but I do have a favorite.
All right. Can we hear about it?
She was the Russian side of our family.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, we would call her Baba because that's what you call.
Oh, that's a cool name.
Yeah, no, because that's Russian for grandma, or short Russian.
Oh,
Anyway,
is it? Oh, okay. Well, still, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she taught my mom how to make blini, and taught us all these like great Russian recipes. And she was just she was just so nice. She was the nicest person.
Well, that's cool. I guess that's what we could do. We could talk about our grandparents a little bit. So I guess it's my turn. You went over your is that on your mom's side or your dad's side?
Yeah, on my dad's side.
Okay. My grandma on my dad's side, I feel bad because I really wish I could remember her more. She passed away. I was like 5. But she was a great person. She just I have memories of her sitting by me in her chair. I was on the floor, and she had the patience of a saint because she would watch Alvin and the Chipmunks with me on endless repeat, day after day. But no, yeah, sadly she was taken. She had cancer. I feel really bad because I really can't remember that much about her. I have a vague like image in my head of what she looked like. I know we have pictures, but man, I don't know. She really mellowed out my grandfather a lot though on my dad's side.
Wait, she what?
She like balanced him out.
I got you.
Because a grandfather on my dad's side, he sadly also passed away, also to cancer. This was only a couple years ago. If even, this might have just been, well, yeah, it's been about a year or two. But I had a great deal of respect for him. He was a great guy. But I always hear stories about him from my dad. He was a lot rougher around the edges, when my dad was around my age. He was in the Navy.
Oh, nice.
I know. Thanks for his service. I don't know how much I can say, but he had this like philosophy that he was disrespected all the time in the Navy, and he will never be disrespected again. So he was kind of I don't want to say he was hot-headed, but he was the type of person to yell at the Wendy's waitress if they gave him too few fries.
He was a Karen.
No. Not
No,
like not like in that way.
no, I got
not in
not
like
in
a,
the
not a condescending like I'm right and you're wrong way. More like I should have authority
yes.
because of everything I've done, and you don't have that authority, so I'm superior, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know if that's right, but
Not
just-
not like I know what you mean.
yeah, he was really like, I don't know, and I kind of respect him for it, because that is stuff that I would never be able to do, Navy or not. He really toned it down. After our grandma died, he would take me out to places. We'd go. He had a Mustang. That we'd drive around in, and there was this one hill where he lived, and when we'd go down it, he'd step on the gas a little bit, and we would always say, "Turn that pony loose" whenever we went down. So I got some good memories with him. And to this day, I own his. Well, I don't own it, but I drive his truck.
Oh, nice.
That's technically I mean, it's technically my dad's vehicle, but I use it more than anyone in the family. And it handles well. He kept it running. I don't really know if he was much of a car guy, but he knew how to fix cars.
Okay.
Because the truck is an '05. It's a really old car, but it still runs almost perfectly. So, what about your dad's side grandfather?
My dad's side grandpa. Let's see. He was also very nice. Very, very I wouldn't really call him like quiet, but he was very reserved. Like he would in a good way. Like he
like patient?
Yeah, patient. There we go. He obviously was very, very nice and fun to be around. I don't know. It's weird to like describe him, because like he's just a normal grandpa in my like experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the novel term of grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like not in like a,
not like a grumpy grandpa.
Yeah, not a grumpy grandpa, but a very nice, fun to hang out. Yeah.
Okay. Like you go like fishing with him, or
no, more like hiking.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good too.
Mhm.
All right, yeah. And I guess we just have our mom's side. I already talked about grandfather on mom's side. I would talk about my blood related, but I never really got to know him that well. I think I only met him like once or twice, and I feel really bad for that.
Mm.
So
Oh, right.
that's good. You're all good.
So, my grandpa on my mom's side, he was also a Navy veteran, or he is also a Navy veteran.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's apparently he was in oh, why can't I remember the name of them? What's the plane movie with Tom Cruise?
Top Gun?
Top Gun. He was in Top Gun.
Oh, this is this guy. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy.
I remember this
No,
name.
he's super cool.
Is he the flag waver?
I don't know what you mean by the flag waver, but yes, yes.
yeah,
in the movie. I
in the
think so.
movie.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's a cool little trivia fact for you guys. If you want to find a guy who's related to someone in Top Gun, we got your mans right here.
But yeah, he's got a claymore. Not a claymore, but he's got a longsword.
Oh, like, I thought you meant like the laser active bomb.
No.
Like you just put it on the floor and it, like someone steps over it.
Yeah, no, I own a claymore for home defense.
That's what the founding fathers intended.
But yeah, no.
Okay, like the sword. All right.
The sword, yes.
I see.
It is a very cool sword.
How heavy are those?
I mean, like, it's heavy enough to where holding it with one hand is like unreasonable, but like when you're two-handed wielding it, it's, I mean, like, it's heavy. It's a sword, but it's not like you can't swing it.
Right. Okay. That's kind of cool though.
He's very witty and also more reserved. But like,
he got that from Tom Cruise.
No, he said that Tom Cruise was like not very cool.
Oh, really?
No, yeah. Apparently, Tom Cruise was like not fun to be around, but Goose's actor was. Really
that's good. Never meet your heroes, people.
Yeah. What it was. Yeah, he's really cool. I don't like. He's got lots of great stories, and yeah, he's just very funny and very, very quiet, but like, you know, very cool dude.
That's great. And what about his wife, your grandma on that side?
Oh boy, she is something. She is so interesting. So if you've got like 5 hours, I'll explain. So
well, we have about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I won't go through the entire grandma lore, but
The grandma lore.
So first things first, her ancestor, like not like great, like a couple greats, great grandfather, actually founded a ranching town in Arizona called what is it? It's not a very well known town. It's not even really a town anymore, but like back in like it was an old west kind of town, that kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, she like she grew up on a ranch. She is literally cowgirl.
That's neat.
Like out in, like, you know, she was the definition of cowgirl out in Arizona.
Is it Bisbee?
What?
Bisbee, Arizona?
Bisbee?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
It's like, hold on, I gotta.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too. Broadshaw? No, that's a city. Let's see. Cities in Arizona that start with B.
P. I said P.
Oh, P. Oh, my bad.
Also, it was like it's somethingville.
Somethingville. Housing, Peace, Peach Springs, People Valley, Perugia, Phoenix. I read that as Pikachu. Oh, Purtleville?
What?
Is it Pirtleville?
Pirtle? That doesn't sound.
That doesn't sound right. Okay, well, it's not on ArizonaDemographics.com then.
Hmm.
I'm not seeing any other vills.
It was supposed to be in like an old Western movie. Like they did some like they did shots in their town. But they ended up not using the footage. It was like an old Western movie though.
Oh, that's neat. So your grandparents on your mom's side are both actors then? Right?
Well, no, they weren't in the movie. It was like they wanted to use the scenery, like where they're.
Except for Granddad, he was in Top Gun, so
Yeah.
But it's still awesome. Okay, so Arizona ranch grandma, that's cool.
Yeah. She also has a ton of stories from Arizona. But yeah.
Neat.
Let me see.
Still trying to find it.
I'm gonna find it.
All right. Oh, while you look that up, let me talk about mine. My grandma on my mom's side. You see, she's, what's a good word?
I don't know.
I don't want to say troublemaker because that's not right, but she's a free-spirited being. We'll say that. I love her to bits, but there's this one time when I was a kid, I was barely old enough to speak, and she took me on a date with someone she met online. And Mom tells me that story, and she thinks it's terrifying, but I actually find it kind of amusing. I think it's hilarious.
Also, I remember what it was.
I love her. Grant, if you're watching this, hi! I mean, no disrespect in anything I say. Smile.
I'm not gonna say the name of it because I think it is still technically a place, but not like is more of like a family place.
Okay.
But I'll tell you after.
All right. Sorry, podcasters, you don't get to listen. And yeah, she's great. She's a family person to say the least. She'll try and see everyone as often as she can. She'll go down to Texas a lot too, or try to whenever she can. She's great though. I don't really have much else to say, or nothing that I, think I can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
She's personality-wise, she's funny. She's got that weird, I don't know, not weird, but like, there's those people that say something and they say it like in a completely serious tone and then afterwards laugh, like they're like, oh, that might have come off as too strong.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a librarian, but like like a librarian. Like they'll be like, you need to get this back in by so and so, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they do that little small laugh afterwards.
Yeah.
She does kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she's chaotic in nature, which is perfect. Definitely where I got it from.
Yeah.
So, that's all fun. But yeah. So that's the grandparent stuff. What about great grandparents? Have you ever met any of your great grandies or great grandpies or whatever?
So I think the only great grandparents that I remember is my great grandpa Atherton and great grandpa and grandma Uh, they send us cookies every Christmas, and they're really good cookies. But yeah, they're really nice. Whenever we visit them or they visit us, it's not for like a super long time, so I don't know a whole lot about them, but they're
All
yeah.
right. Yeah.
I think
And I mean,
yeah.
they're definitely on an age, so I guess it's harder for them to travel as well.
Mm-hmm. They're definitely not like decrepit or anything though. They're
Yeah.
yeah.
I've met my great grandma and great grandpa on my mom's side. Once again, sadly, my great grandma passed away. Well, they both have, but my grandma passed away way before I could get to know her. I was super young. My great grandfather, he was okay. I don't remember much about him either. That makes me upset. I do remember like doing things at their house though. They had a house which doesn't exist anymore, so don't go looking for it. But I still remember the layout. It smelled like new cut wood all the time. So it didn't have like nursing home smell, which is great.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was younger, we would go outside, and he had like a farm in his backyard. He had a cornfield. He had like all these different trees. He had like gourds and stuff that he would grow. But what we did the most was he had a blueberry bush, and we would go and we would pick blueberries and we'd bring them in, and then the day after we would come back and have cobbler. And that was good. Those were good memories. Yeah. So that's all I really remember about my great grandparents. Last one. Do you have anyone in your life that you consider a grandparent, even if they're not?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh.
Like any old people that you like greatly respect, or like if you absolutely needed a place to go, and it had to be an old person, that's the person you would choose.
Well, I'd say like that's the weird way to phrase that, by the way, but
Well, you know what I mean.
not I guess it's kind of not fair because my great aunt Barbara she feels like a grandparent to me just because she gives off a sort of grandparent energy.
Right.
She's my my Baba's sister.
Okay. So that's on your dad's side?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. For me, there's I guess 4 people come to mind for me. I know that's a lot. I'm not gonna like dox them or anything, but I'll talk a little bit about them. So this was not even that long ago. This is when I was working. Well, I guess it's been like 2 years now. There were 2 older ladies where I used to work. They were great people. One of them was a little more like grandmotherly than the other. But the other one just, I don't know. They were not like they were both easy to get along with. It's just one was like the most patient person in the entire world. If you're listening, you know who you 2 are. You surely know. Start with a K and a J. I won't say anything else. I miss you guys. I miss working there. It was a great place to work. And then I have, there was someone who took care of my dad for a long time. And she might as well be my grandma. She watched over me and my brother for a while, back when we lived in that area. Her name is Vivian. She's a well-known, not like famous, but she's like a lot of people know her. You can say the name Vivian anywhere in like southern Tennessee, and people are like, "Oh yeah, I know Vivian." Great lady. So like she watched over my dad for a while, like I said. She's very grandmotherly, and her grandson was actually a really good friend of mine at one point. He still is. I still talk to him from time to time. But yeah, so I'd also say she's up there on the might as well be a grandparent list. And then the last one would be when I lived in Alabama, the preacher before my dad, or maybe, well, yeah, I think he was preaching before my dad, and he would preach when dad was out of town. He was just a great guy. He was really caring. He had like go getter energy,
Mm-hmm.
Like if it were like in a romance movie, like a rom-com movie, he'd be the grandfather that said "Go get her, sonny," because I can definitely see him saying that. So he's a great guy. And if you're watching, if any of y'all are watching this, hi, miss y'all, love y'all, etc. But yeah, those are who I would say. Yep. Oh, still coughing. But yeah, I guess it's about time we wrap up. What do you think?
I think.
I also think. Well, alright, with that being said, thank y'all so much for stopping by. Listen to this on YouTube, like, comment, do all the generic YouTube stuff. Do we have any words of wisdom for the lovely people at home?
No, we don't.
You don't? Not tonight?
No, we don't.
Okay, do you have any words of wisdom for the people at home?
Breathing. You don't have to do it all the time. Just every once in a while.
Alright. Alright, and mine is, you can't outrun your grandparents. Don't try it. They are faster than you.
Also, call your grandparents.
Also, yeah, call your grandparents. Check up on them, because they love to hear from you. Alright, and with that being said, this is the Words of Wisdom podcast, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.